Hi, welcome to our masterclass Sport Psychology. The topic of our course is Building Psychological Resilience, and we are presenting a 6-step model to build resilience. Last week we covered step 2, take care of the basics. We talked about the importance of sleep, food, water, and movement. This week we are covering step 3. Recharge your batteries. Now, charging your batteries can be done by focusing on your strengths. It is very clear that in a period of stress, a longer period of difficulty, your batteries will run low at a certain point. Keeping strong requires energy. And energy can be found by working with your strengths. So when you're in a difficult time, try to see which strengths that you have that can make a difference. For example, in a stressful time, can social skills make a difference? If you're a very social person, your ability to interact with others can make a difference, can help you to build a strong social network, a network that will help you come through, that will help you deal with difficulties. So try to identify the 1 or 2 strengths that can make a difference in these stressful times. A second thing you might do is to identify your sources of energy. You know that your batteries can run low, so it makes sense to see what activities can refuel you, so to speak. For example, does it help for you to go for a walk? Do you find energy by reading the biography of a famous coach in your sports domain? Do you find energy by spending time with your family? So try to identify these sources of energy, and then when you're making a plan for your week and a plan for your day, make sure that there is time for those energy sources. What you also need to consider is that your attention determines your thoughts and beliefs. So when you're focusing your attention on the external environment, which is creating the stressful situation for you, this will trigger more negative thoughts. This will trigger your beliefs that things will be difficult. So you will focus on the negative. So try to steer your attention away from those negative elements, those negative situations, towards other beliefs, towards your belief that you have overcome obstacles in the past, towards your conviction that you have strengths that can help you. So try to focus your attention on things that you can control. You cannot control the situation, but you can control how you react to that situation. In this attention exercise, we use our senses to bring our focus back to the here and now. So what do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? We use our different senses. So let's say that I'm outside. The job is to look at 5 different objects. For example, I can see a house. I can see the roof of that house. I can see an antenna on that roof. I can see a tree in the garden. I can spot a bird in that tree. And then 5 different sounds. I can hear a bird. I can hear cars in the distance. I hear a car horn. I hear a different bird sound. And I hear the wind. And what do I feel? I feel the wind on my face. I feel my feet firmly on the ground. I feel my toes in my shoe, maybe a little bit tight in my shoe. I feel the collar of my shirt around my neck. So these are the types of senses that we try to identify. And then we go back to observing. Then you look at 4 different objects. You listen to 4 different sounds and you focus on 4 different feelings. And then 3, 2, and 1. So with this attention exercise, you have brought your focus back to the here and now. So rather than focusing on the future, things that might go wrong, that bring about feelings of fear or worry, you focus on the here and now and you bring your attention back to your tasks. What are you working on right now? And finally, when you think about recharging your batteries, it is also important to think of your time as a very precious source. In difficult times, when there is a lot of stress, you will have the tendency to do a lot, to start a lot of things, and maybe not to see things through. So when people are asking something from you, they are asking some time. Try to be selective in the time that you give to others, because you will need a lot of time to deal with your own situation. So try to identify what it is that people want from you. Do they need time because they want to pick your brain? They want you to help them find a solution for a difficult situation? Or do they want to speak to you because they need somebody in your network? So then it will only cost you maybe 2 minutes to find the right person to refer to them. Or maybe they need your time because they need a piece of information. Yeah, so try to be very mindful of the time that is needed. Yeah? So you don't need to book an hour for a meeting with everybody. Sometimes it's only 2 minutes that is needed. Make sure to protect your time in difficult situations. Here is an example from Belgium. One of the football teams we are working with, the Belgian under-17, had a player, a striker, with incredible technical skill. He was really good in dribbling, an individual action to create a scoring opportunity for himself. The head coach encouraged this style of play, but the technical director thought otherwise. He felt that the player should play with the team, be more team focused rather than going for individual success. We supported the head coach. We believed that focusing on the strengths of the player was the right way to go. Trying to change the style of the player and force him to play with the team and focus on passing all the time would have an impact on his motivation. Encouraging him to focus on his strengths had a very positive impact on his motivation, and he continued to be very important for the team. So, where are you today? What is your level of resilience in this domain? Recharging your batteries. Give yourself a score between 1 and 10 on recharging your batteries. And here's the challenge going forward. Include a focus exercise in your daily routine. Go for a walk and don't take your smartphone with you. Focus on the activity of walking. Try to distinguish the different senses as accurately as possible. Feel the wind, feel your feet as you're walking. Look at the environment, first broadly and then focusing on a specific item. Notice your breathing. Let your mind wander. And when you're back at the house, make a quick mental note of the 2 ideas that came to your mind during your walk. Write them down. This is the end of step 3, recharge your batteries. Stay tuned.